If you've been thinking about selling your house, one of the first things that probably comes to mind is how much is this going to cost me? I'm Candace Toscano, realtor with Coldwell Banker Realty and interior designer with Toscano Interiors. So the truth is the final number really depends on a couple things, like the offer you accept and whether you help your buyers with closing costs or any repairs that you decide to tackle. So here's the good news. Most homeowners today have a ton of equity built up in their homes, which means you could make some really nice gains when you sell. Chances are you're sitting on a healthy amount of equity yourself, and that can help cover those selling costs and even leave you with some extra cash for your next home purchase. So let me break this down for you really quick so that you know what to expect. Here are a few costs you'll want to keep in mind when selling, but don't worry, I'm also going to share where you might be able to save a little money too. So first up, let's talk about closing costs and commission. These are the fees that you pay at the closing table to finalize the sale. You've got your own closing costs, and sometimes you might offer to help cover some of the buyer's costs too. Typically, you're looking at about 2% to 4% of the sales price in closing fees and taxes. Plus, there's the agent commission. And if you're wondering, is there any relief here? Yes, you've been paying into property taxes or mortgage escrow. There's a good chance you'll get some of that back as credit at closing. That's a bonus, right? So next, we've got the pre-listing inspection and repairs. Now, this one is optional, but it is smart. A pre-listing inspection gives you a heads up on anything that might come up later during the buyer's inspection. It lets you handle repairs early so your house is looking its best right from the start. So my whole thing is be proactive instead of reactive. But if you don't want to decide to go this route, don't stress. That's where your agent like me comes in. We can advise you on what's worth fixing or updating and help you spend money wisely on things that will actually boost your home's value. Next, home staging, my favorite. As the market becomes more competitive, you might consider staging to make your house really shine. I say stage regardless. This could mean bring in some rental furniture if your house is vacant, or even doing virtual staging in some areas after your photos are taken. But staging doesn't have to break the bank. In fact, according to Bankrate, the average cost ranges from $782 to $2,800 depending on what you need. And hey, if staging is not in your budget, lean on your agent. A lot of agents can give you tips on how to make your house feel more open and inviting without spending extra. Things like removing clutter, rearranging furniture, taking down personal photos so buyers can really envision themselves in the space. This is where I come in. So another thing why working with an agent is key, and I know it might sound tempting to cut a few corners, but trust me when I say having an agent in your corner is the best investment that you can make. I'll give you personalized advice every step of the way, from staging and repairs to pricing strategies that'll help your home stand out on the market. So honestly, that could mean selling for more in the end. So what's next? If you want a clearer picture of what selling your home will look like, let's chat. I'm here to walk you through every detail and help you make the most of your sale. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Take care.